day. The price goes up at the end of the day for this 13-pound box of Western HoneyBells, and your shipping and handling is included. There is no reorder. What we have is it at the end of the season. So I recommend auto delivery to get your first shipment here in February, and then get one more in February of next year of 2016, because that's how long you're going to have to wait. Alan Cushman is the delightful gentleman that's been bringing HoneyBells to QVC for, it's over 10 years now.
13 years.
13 years. How are you, sir?
I was a young boy when we
You
came.
were just knee-high to a grasshopper when you first started bringing these.
You know, you said we don't usually have HoneyBells. We've never had HoneyBells this
February.
late. Never.
No.
Especially with a ship date of the 16th or the 23rd.
That's
but
right.
You know something? There's a reason for that.
Yes. What is the reason?
I was born in Florida, so we're HoneyBells down in Florida. But what we discovered was there are a couple of other areas in the United States that grow a few HoneyBells.
Okay.
And that's what we're presenting today. The very last of those.
From the Western HoneyBells.
Of the Western HoneyBells, yes.
So when you look at them, you say, wow, that's a really vibrant orange. But that, I think, is like nails on a chalkboard. It is not an orange. What is this beautiful fruit?
Well, this beautiful fruit is an amazing cross, a hybrid of Dancy Tangerine and Dunkin' Grapefruit. They crossed it many times, scrapped the results every time, until one day, this was growing on the tree.
Look at this. Hello.
And while we're looking at that, there's an interesting thing. You see a little stem?
Yes.
HoneyBells can't be picked like oranges or grapefruit. Oranges or grapefruit are snapped off like that, real fast. Each one of these is clipped with a little clipper.
And that's what I think is so amazing about these fruits, is that the quote-unquote warehouse, there is no warehouse. The warehouse is the grove itself. Nothing is ever picked and sitting and waiting around or sitting in a cooler for a while. It is on the tree as long as possible, and then it is clipped. It is compiled into our 13-pound box just for you, which essentially would be how many of these?
22 to 26.
22 to 26?
And it's both boxes.
2 boxes.
You get them both.
Okay, so you get both of these boxes for a total of 22 to 26 pieces. But the thing is, after they're clipped, this is really shipped to you second day air, so nothing is ever sitting around waiting for something to happen.
Oh, it's never been in cold storage. It's never been in where. Nobody's picked over them. You know how when you go to the store and you see all the fruit on the top and you say, wow, that's been picked over. Well, these have never been picked over.
And I have learned my lesson. I will always wear my bib. You get 2 bibs. When the bib is on, we're ready to go, because I definitely should have used it in the past a couple times when I didn't. I make my kids put on the bib. They think it's the most hysterical thing they've ever done, that they have to wear a bib to eat a certain kind of fruit. That's because it is so juicy. So when you take a look at this, there is no orange. There's no other fruit, really, I think, on the planet that can do what you just did. I mean, you barely touched it, and juice was flying everywhere.
And we talk about how juicy HoneyBells are. And, you know, I squeeze them and juice goes everywhere, and we have a lot of fun with that.
Funny.
I wouldn't do it at home, and neither would you.
No, you don't want to waste a drop when you're at home.
But HoneyBells are for eating, and you can eat them. You can eat them a couple of ways.
So how is this way?
You make a little smile, and then you take your little knife,
like this with your knife, right here on the sides.
There it is, right there. And you just cut it like that and cut it like that, and now you have a little handle. Isn't that neat?
And you know what's so delightful about them? Not only are they sweet and incredibly juicy, but the membranes that separate the little sections are so delicate and so gossamer, they're practically non-existent. So unlike an orange or some other kind of fruit where you've got the white pith and all those, the extra white stuff that's in there, it's very minimal inside a HoneyBell.
Let's take a look at just what you were talking about.
So what do we see here?
Oh, if you come in close, you can just barely see tiny little sacs. There's thousands of them.
Right.
If it weren't for those sacs, the juice would be running around in here loose.
Right.
But it's not. And one of the things that makes HoneyBells so special is that you described it perfectly. The little sacs are very thin and delicate. Gossamer, you said.
Gossamer,
yes. And they're they want to release that juice, and they do with just a little pressure.
You know
like
what?
that.
I told myself today I was going to bring in my grapefruit spoon, because that's the way I like to enjoy them. And this day kind of got away from me, so I forgot. But the way I like to do it is I slice them in half. And so I have my 2 little halves. It's like 2 little bowls of HoneyBell segments and juice. And I take that grapefruit spoon and I just totally, cut out all of those little sections. And even when I'm done with the sections, about halfway down in my little bowl of HoneyBell juice, there's still juice in there, and I can't figure out for the life of me how there's still juice in there when I've taken all the sections out. So then I will take it and I will squeeze the rest of it out into a bowl, and then I drink it. And it's such an amazing experience because there's no other fruit on the face of the planet that gives so much like a HoneyBell does.
A lot of folks like to hang over the sink, you know, make some little smiles, cut them up.
The first time you've got to hang over the sink because it will surprise you.
There's another way to eat HoneyBells.
Okay, what's the other
And
way?
that is, these Western HoneyBells, they peel real easily.
Do they?
And I'm not going to stand here and peel this whole thing, but you can see that well, maybe I am.
Oh, you're going to be doing the one-piece peel right here.
Look at there.
And how many, Frank? Okay, 2,400 of these have been spoken for just this week since Sunday. So look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. And again, now here's the thing. I got to show you this. When you're peeling apart your segments, that membrane on the inside, look at that, is so thin. Be delicate because they're going to squirt on you if you try to separate the segments. I already got the HoneyBell juice dripping on my hand. Be delicate with them when you pull them apart, and then that whole big segment is just for you. If you don't do the slices and you don't do the smile or you don't want to do the spoon, you're right. These do peel really easily.
And I call eating HoneyBells slurping. Slurping up a HoneyBell.
And you put that bite in your mouth and you're drinking it as you're eating it. There's that much juice that's in there. So, $53.96 for a total of 13 pounds. This is the end of the end.
22 to 26 big old plump HoneyBells like that.
Very big old plump HoneyBells. And this I do not believe is going to be on after the end of the day today. I know the price is expiring at the end of the day today. There's definitely no reorder. The little bit that we have left is what we have, and we're going to say hi to Cheryl from Illinois. Cheryl, this is Alan Cushman, and my name is Sharon. How are you today?
Hello, Sharon, and hello, Alan.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Cheryl.
So what do you
I
think?
got hooked on HoneyBells by a cousin of yours, Linda,
Okay.
and they sent them to us as a gift one year for Christmas. They're our son's in-laws.
Okay.
And this last year, my great niece, who I babysit for once a week, said, I want to come to your house for those juicy oranges.
Oh, yes, the juicy ones.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Right?
Oh,
Right,
wow.
out of the mouths of babes.
Yes.
Truly. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it really makes a big difference. I mean, what would you say to somebody that's never tried these before, that there is such a difference? How would you describe it?
there's no comparison. An orange bought at the store is dry usually, and these just drip and run all over your face.
Right, right. Which is a beautiful thing in the world of fruit.
Yes, and especially if you're a 3-year-old.
Yes, I'm sure. And how does the 3-year-old like to eat them? How do you do them for her?
I gently peel them, and she eats them section by section, but she has to suck the juice out first.
There's enough to go around for everybody, that's for sure, Cheryl.
Sounds like HoneyBells are a family thing at your house.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, we're
I
so
sent
happy.
them as gifts, and they were very well received.
I'm so glad to hear that. Well, you know, when they get the bibs along with the fruit, you know you're getting something really, really special as a gift. So I'm glad that you were able to do that.
Yes, and me as well.
Thank you for the call, Cheryl. I hope you have a really fabulous evening.
Yes, thank you.
Bye-bye.
And Cheryl,
Bye-bye.
thanks for being a member of the QVC HoneyBell family.
That's right. Thank you, Cheryl. Bye. So if you're watching and you're thinking, so-and-so has a birthday coming up in a couple of weeks, or I know someone who's having an anniversary coming up, or for just a thank you for maybe helping you out so much during the holiday season, think about sending these as a gift to someone like you would send fine pears, or you would send another type of fruit throughout the seasons, because this season is closing. This is the latest we've ever had HoneyBells on the air, and what we have is completely finite, and it's the end of what we can ship out to you. You just choose the week. Is it going to be the week of the 16th, which is essentially next week, or the week after that, the week of the 23rd, never in a warehouse, clipped, packed in your boxes, sent second day air directly to you? Everyone is choosing the week of the 16th. Nobody wants to wait till the 23rd. My dear, it's so nice to see you. I guess we're not going to see you till December. It'll be a while. We look forward to it with bated breath, my dear. But coming up In just a little bit, we've got Corky's. This is our buy more, save more opportunity, and this is one of my favorite things, and Corky's brings a lot of stuff. This is one of my favorite things they do because these wings are unlike anything you will see in a restaurant or a store. Buy more and save more. It's about a $19 savings if you go for the 6 pounds instead of the 3, and 44388.